Okay. If anyone wants to complain about starting early, well, whatever. We're live! Hello! How's everyone doing today? We don't need no stinking intro. You guys have seen it enough. Ooh, it is Wednesday. Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday. Yeah, it's Wednesday. How's everyone doing today? So, welcome to the members only stream. Today is Wednesday, June 22nd. If you are watching this and it is not that date, if it's a month from now, you're not a member and you saw it a month late because all the member streams go public a month after we have the member only stream. So if you see this a month from now, no, you didn't miss a stream. You're just not a member. You don't get to hang out with the cool kids. So if you want to hang out with the cool kids, consider becoming a channel member or support the Patreon. So quick rundown, just to explain everything. This is the monthly members only live stream. Every month we do a live stream where it's just members and supporters of the channel. I don't like to gatekeep stuff behind paywalls or anything, but I do want to do something for those that support the channel directly. So for that, we do the members only monthly streams. So as part of that, there's two groups. There's the YouTube members and the Patreon supporters. The way it works, and I've explained this a million times and I explain it every time, it sucks, but basically if I create a live stream that is YouTube members only, the Patreon folk can't see it. So you have a separate unlisted live stream that you're on. So if you're watching from Patreon, I see you, you see me, but you don't see the YouTube folks. And the YouTube folks don't see the Patreon folks. So it's two separate chats. It's kind of shitty, but it's the way I do it because if I just make one unlisted stream and share it to everyone, those on YouTube don't get all the notifications. So there's basically two streams. So the YouTube stream is usually a little bit more active. Unfortunately, the overlay breaks when I have two streams running. As you can see, it just doesn't work. So unfortunately, you can't see each other, but I can see you. So yes, Nadav, I can see you. All the YouTube folks are saying hi to the Patreon folks. So, what do you guys want to talk about? These streams are very laid back, usually about an hour, hour and a half at most. I've been running around like crazy getting ready for MRRF. So, still got a bunch of stuff to do. Can you show the Patreon face and then the YouTube face? They're the same face. So, what were we doing yesterday? On the stream yesterday, we were playing around with this. We got this printing. So this is that Chimera, it's a finicky model, I will say, but once you get it going, it goes pretty good. So this is that E3D test model that they got going on right now. And it's a royal pain to make sure you got it printing right. Likes to jam up. There we go. Yeah, rev your engines. So it does work. We printed that on the proof. So that is what we got started at the end of the stream last week or yesterday. The castle. This was the bamboo castle that was printing yesterday. I did have enough filament for it. So that's good. Everyone's printing this on their bamboo. So the Micron, I switched to a 0.4 nozzle and it's working great. So all the issues that I had with jamming were related to 0.25 nozzles. I switched to the 0.4 and it's fine. But I think 0.25 printing at the speeds I was printing wasn't really smart. What is the filament? This is all polyalchemy elixir. So let's see here. Where's the after party? At MRRF. So apparently you just stay at the site and it just keeps going. And then I don't know what's going on. If people are asking me when the meetups are, when this is going down, what are my plans, what hours will I be there? I'm leaving tomorrow. I'm leaving Friday morning. I'm going to get there whenever I get there, and I'm going to leave Sunday when it finishes. Other than that, I have no timings for anything. Okay, bamboo slicer. So, I guess on Teaching Tech's video, he did a video on the bamboo. I've been avoiding watching other people's coverage of this printer because I don't want to like get my opinion contaminated or whatever from what others are saying. And I'm not going to do this as a full review because I can't do a full review until it's released. And it's not released yet. There's still stuff done. But I might do a video talking about the hardware. Because the hardware is good. I really like the hardware on this machine. There's a few things software-wise that still need some work. But hardware-wise, it's good. But anyways, bamboo slicer. Let's pull it up here. Bamboo Studio. So, apparently Teaching Tech was running Super Slicer or Prusa Slicer. It will eat normal G-code. When you output something with the bamboo slicer, it saves it as a .3mf file, I guess. It doesn't save it as a G-code file, but that will eat normal G-code. So if you go into prepare and you pull up, I think it's this one, the machine setting, machine G-code. Here's all your start and stop G-codes right here. It's just right here. You can just copy, fire up, you know, printer settings. I don't know. We'll start with that one. Sure. Discard. Cool. Boom. There. There's a lot of G-code to it. But apparently it should just work. I know a few people are working on slicer settings. So yeah, so theoretically you should just be able to do that. And it should work, as far as I'm aware. So. I think that's the LiDAR stuff. It's all mumbo jumbo to me, so I'm assuming it's all in there. I really want to build a switch wire, but we're moving in a month. I know you tore down your switch wire for the rebuild. How much of a pain is that? If you're moving in a month and you don't want to transport a completed printer, just wait till you move, then build it. What slicer? I use Super Slicer. So yeah, this is printed. So we had this was printing yesterday. It's all done. Take the glasses off. So the Mandalorian helmet is printed. I don't have the back piece on, but it is printed. It does fit pretty good. I got kind of a big nose, so honestly I probably should have, like, I know it looks a little like, I don't know if it's scaled well for my body size. I feel like the helmet should be smaller, but I don't have any. I don't have any armor on. Right, so I'm skinny without armor on, so I think the helmet will look more proportional. I got the shoulder pads printing right now. I'm doing a full set. I'm gonna print the full set. But I don't think I can scale this. I think I would like the helmet to be a little bit smaller. The problem is my nose sits pretty much right where the whatever the shield, the welding shield, is that what people use? Welding or grinding shield? Whatever it is. My nose is like right there. And my head is right against the back of this. So I really don't think I can shrink this and still have it fit my head. I'm not going to wear it to Murph. It's going to be hot as balls at Murph. I'm not going to be wearing another helmet. I already got a chest rig for the GoPro. Well, the backpack, so. Put a little padding. Oh, I know. I got to put padding in. I know that. But if you look, okay, this is pushing it against the back of my head. And you can see my nose is like right there. So I know I got to bring it up a little bit. But I'm still like right there. So if I shrink it at all, my nose is going to be squished. So, yeah. So the current plan is, this is the, is it Pre-Vizsla? Is that the character? Let me pull it up here. So this is going to be like the first big project we try on the channel. I've never done like an actual big project other than build a Voron again and again and again. We're going to try and move away from that. But this will probably be like the first like big actual multi-part project we do on the channel. And for that, armor. Yeah, here it is. So this is the armor right here, the whole suit. So I was looking some stuff up. Yeah, I know the nose is supposed to be there, but I don't want it like so close that it's actually like crushing my nose. I think this is the right size as far as I know. So I was looking it up. Apparently there's something called like Mandalorian mercs, which is like the equivalent of like the 501st, which you don't know. The 501st, like the stormtrooper group. Like if you have stormtrooper armor, you join the 501st and you do like parades and shit. Mandalorian mercs is like the Mandalorian equivalent for those that have Mandalorian armor. And they have a whole bunch of rules. And one of the rules is either you make the armor custom or you make it screen accurate. And I don't want to do screen accurate. So part of the rule is you can use screen accurate armor pieces as part of your custom, but things like dents. So if you see this, it's got like dents and gouges, and these are like screen accurate dents and gouges. I have to remove them. So since I'm kind of doing a custom set of armor here, I'm going to be swapping out some pieces. I'm going to have to like fill those in with Bondo and like either make my own or just not have them. So yeah. But right now it's just, I got some double-sided tape just to hold the pieces on for now. Just so that. So I might tweak some stuff up. I like the look of the heavy armor. But, like, I'm not a huge fan of, like, the gun things on the wrist. I don't like that. And I'm not going to be doing the big barrel cannon thing. I'm just going to print a rifle, I think, like a blaster, a Clone Wars blaster or something, and use that. So, maybe swap out a few pieces to some other armor sets, but it's just going to be, like, something fun. I've never done, like, a full set of anything with my 3D printers, let alone paint and do a full project, so be something to do. How much filament? I have no clue. The helmet itself. So the helmet, including the little bit of support, and I had support under the hole outside here, and then for the eyes, or the eye slot, was about 590 grams. 4 top, 4 bottom, 3 walls, 20% infill. And it's all Proof Cement ASA. There's that. The shoulder pads are like, the left one's like 290, the right one's like 350 or something like that. It's gonna be a lot of filament. I'm gonna have to get a bunch of filament. And then you gotta like sand it all and paint it all and do it all up to make it look good. It is what it is. The project. DE10 pistol. Nah, I want a rifle. Because you can buy it all on home files blasters. So are you saying the DE10? Oh, just, yeah, there we go, rocket launcher. See, I was thinking something like this. But, it is what it is. So about 0.5 kilogram per piece. It depends on the piece. It's going to be heavy. Like, I'm printing it all out of ABS and ASA. Because I don't want it, you know, melting if I leave it on my car, in my car on a hot day. DC-17M. If I can find a model for it. Yeah, that could do it. You can buy the files or the printed object. I kind of like the DC-15A though, like the full-size blaster. But that's just me. I know in Star Wars you don't really need a stock because, you know, blasters don't kick, but... Okay. Yeah, no filament giveaway on the members stream. It's not open to the public. I won't do a giveaway on that. Still regret having a rifle. Why not both? Plus, you know, you can just sling it. Slings are a thing. I'm pretty sure Star Wars figured out slings. Is there a thing as flexible resin? I think so. But yeah. So this isn't like... this whole thing probably weighs about... With these side pieces on, it's probably about 1 kilogram. Which isn't that bad, honestly. Like, I know it gets cut off by the camera there. But it honestly ain't that bad on the head. Like, this is nothing. Like... And I think once I have, like, a jumpsuit with actual armor to bulk me out, it won't look as huge. That's the problem with these. Like, they look massive on your head. Like, these look massive on your head right now. But, I think once you actually, like, have a whole set of armor, it makes it's a little bit more reasonable. Do I have contact lenses? No. Here's the thing. I don't actually need to wear the glasses right now. I don't actually need these right now. I'm nearsighted. So it's only stuff that's far away that's blurry. And I can't stand contact lenses. I worked in a tool shop with, you know, chemicals around. I don't want to accidentally get acetone in my eye and melt my contact lenses to my face. So. If you need a giveaway today, join the Poly. There you go. Polymaker Discord. They're always doing giveaways there. So yeah, so Murph, I still got to pack. I haven't packed a damn thing yet. I'm bad for this. But luckily I'm driving, so I don't have to worry about airport or anything. But I think we've already gone over this, but I'm packing light for Murph. I've got my GoPro with the Volta, which means if all goes well, I could still do the shoulder rig. So I got my backpack, which I'm going to bring the Camelback if I can find my old army Camelback. Okay, I won't zip that up now. But this gives me like an extra 4 hours of battery. Plus, I actually have the battery in the backpack. But the Volta, turn that around, push the button, that popped out. And I can still do the shoulder thing that we did at Rapid. It actually worked quite well. By the way, I hate GoPros in the knob. The fact that you have to screw them together every time is super bloody annoying, and I wish it was a quick detach thing. There we go. So yeah. So I can still do the shoulder thing with this. If we can get the streaming working where I could stream remotely through the GoPro, I am going to try and do a live stream with this on my shoulder like this at Murph. If we can't get it to work, then we can't get it to work. I'll just walk around the show, record a whole like tour of it, and then I'll put that live after. One or the other, whatever ends up working. So I'm not bringing the camera. I was going to bring the A6400. This records 4K. I know the lighting ain't the greatest. It'll be good enough. And it's this. I go boop, boop, go. No setup, nothing. Audio, I got the Zoom H4n. Got 2 XLR inputs. So the plan is, depending on what I am filming, if I'm filming an actual segment walking around, talking to random people, I can have a mic plugged into it. And that way I can give the mic to somebody and they can talk. And then that way they'll be good. So if I'm like walking around talking to people, they'll be like, here, you want to be on the air? Talk. And then also I've got a lav. So I'll be mic'd up. That'll be recording me 2 channel. And then if I do anything where I'm actually doing like a dedicated interview with somebody, I got this so I can hook my Rode Wireless Go so that that other person could be wireless. So I think we should be good for audio. It sucks that I'm only one person. If you ever watch like Joel at one of these events, he's got like 2 or 3 guys with him helping. So when you're a one-person setup, it's a little bit different of a adventure. Any update on the positron? I think LDO's looking into kits. I think a few others are. We'll wait and see. Care package on the way. Care for the beard. Thank you. Yeah, it's all about the audio. Like, the audio is what makes or breaks a video. That's why I still have a few clips from Rapid that probably will never see the light of day because I don't like the audio on them. It's really bad. And let's be honest, my Rapid videos didn't do that good anyways, which I knew they wouldn't. But I didn't want to make them worse than they are. Don't forget to clap at the start. Well, here's the thing. DaVinci Resolve, you could tell it to just sync based on waveform and it does it automatically. It actually is really good. Ask Chep to be the cameraman. The problem is if I ask Chep to be the cameraman, here I am, and the camera would be up here. Because Chep is like 6 foot, like 6 or something stupid like that. Chep is tall. Chuck is a tall person. Plus, I'm sure he's going to be doing his own thing. I don't want to be stealing other people to be a cameraman. Do 0.9 steppers have less torque? Yes. Yes, they do. Depends on the stepper motor, but yes, 0.9 will have less torque than 1.8. Same thing, the higher micro stepping you run, the less torque you have. If I come up, I'm sure there'll be people there that if I need to borrow a cameraman, I could just, you know, there's going to be like 12 people at the Voron booth there. I'm sure I could steal people if I need to. Ask Linus. I don't think LTT is going to be there. I don't think LTT is going to be there. New Voron announcement? I don't know. Wait and see. I have no control over that. And then if I did know, I wouldn't give out any information. I don't want to bring a tripod. When I was at Rapid, I saw people carrying around like, you know, okay, I got my camera, I've got my tripod. Oh my, I need to record an interview. Get that set up. Put that on the tripod. Get that there. Oh my God, I gotta tighten that. Oh my God, okay. Pull that up. Are we in focus? No. Oh, I gotta change the lens. Oh, we gotta zoom out. Okay, set up the audio. I watched so many people doing stuff like that. And then my setup, because I just had the GoPro on the shoulder, I walk up, be like, what's this? And then we talked, and then I walked away. It was great. I loved it. So I'm all about them light setups. If there were multiple people, like somebody like Joel's setup is great, okay? But Joel's setup is a setup. I tweeted a picture about it. Let me go back through my timeline and find the picture. See, this is the problem with tweeting like 3 or 4 times a day. I have to scroll to find stuff. So for those that were at MRRF, or you saw Joel's live stream from MRRF, this is Joel's setup. So he has a cameraman with 2 cameras. So you got a wide angle and a close-up camera. This is his producer guy there, David. He's watching the stream. All the cables and everything. There's Joel and the Mark Forged folks. So like There is a whole setup to that. Yo, man, what you printing? Cool. Okay, bye. Easy. Lightweight. Go. That's why I need to have a cameraman. Problem is, that ain't in the budget. But that's Joel's thing. He's got the studio. He's got the support for it. His channel's large enough to justify it. It makes sense. So, like, I think I know Stefan and Tom are still single person operations recording wise. I think Tom has an editor, if I'm not mistaken. He has an editor. But yeah, it depends on your channel size, you know. What's your revenue? Like, it doesn't make sense to hire somebody if you can't afford to eat at the end of the day. So yeah, I just gotta wait for the little guy to get. He's 4 right now, so in a couple more years he'll just be the cameraman. I'll just Shanghai him into the family business, right? LDO Trident kit review or debut. That's something you gotta ask Jason about that. I have no control over that. He's gonna be there, so Kodacam. Coda's getting old. Shop LTT store. I'm actually looking forward to this. I gotta buy a jumpsuit, apparently. Steve. Yep, Steve shipped his build. I'm bringing this. Is going to Murph. I did put the 0.4 nozzle in there. It's printing a lot better. So we're gonna have the 0.4 nozzle. I'll have a few prints loaded up. This is the one that just came off of it with the 0.4 nozzle. Focus. Fuck. Focus. There you go. No, focus on the dude, not on me. There we go. So this is with the Plunderbuss Pete with the 0.4 nozzle, 0.2 layer height off the Micron. And a benchy and whatnot. Who's your favorite V2 Trident? The V2s. This one just a workhorse. Like, this one I just know works. This one, the LDO one, is very good. I'm gonna start printing stuff on the Trident too for this. I'm gonna get all 3 Vorons. All the parts for this are probably gonna be printed on the Vorons. I don't think I'm gonna do anything on the Bamboo. I do need to print something on the Bamboo. Let's print something on the Bamboo. What are we gonna print? I don't know. Multicolor only benchies. $400 in shipping. Jeez. F that. F that. That's a lot. Hopefully you guys are subscribed to his channel. You mind showing a close-up support scar on the helmet? Yeah, sure. So I gotta tweak my support settings. The upper supports were actually quite well. So the supports came off this area pretty good. The issue I had was the bottom supports. So any support that was on, that started on the filament was actually kind of a bitch to get off. Here's the bottom. So these supports came off one piece, like, yeah. So this was the inside piece, for like here, and these were like the side pieces. Yeah. So these came off in like, boop. And then this was the piece in here. Yeah, this was in here. And then the piece in here was actually a bitch to get out. Because it, I got to tweak my settings. The The lower Z gap was a little too close and it got a little too stuck to the plastic. The upper Z came right off. It was great. But the lower Z was a little tight. Getting a bit of mic hiss. I've got a filter on. Let me turn the filter back down. That's why I don't like that filter. There we go. There we go. What settings? I don't know. It's on my slicer upstairs, which I think is slightly different than this one. Defaults. I think it's 0.2. So. Whatever like the Voron profile defaults are pretty much. So this is the actual dome of the helmet is Filament ASA. These pieces are Polymaker ASA. One of the shoulders will be Polymaker ASA, and then I think that's it for this spool. And then the other shoulder is Filaments.ca Econofil Gray ABS. The whole thing is going to be ABS. Or ASA. I am not printing a helmet in PLA and then leaving it in my car and having it deform. Screw that. So. You can hear the printers? Well, it's the Vorons and they're actually pretty quiet. Except for the fans. Does it fit? Yeah, I've already put it on like 3 times. Fits great. Hello. It looks weird though because you can see the eyes. I do have like a, it's not the right thing. I found this like at work years ago, but it is like a shield, but it's too thick, so you can't form it. But just to give you an idea what it would look like with an eyepiece in it, or with the shield in, it's like this is way too thick, so that won't work. But there you go. You got to use like a thinner one so you can actually form it to the actual slot. I don't think I can cut this. This would probably shatter if I cut it. Plus, I think you could see through it a little too well, so. I don't have an RTX CPU. It's a 1060. Mandalorian. Yeah, so what I'll do is this little piece comes off here. We'll just make a custom piece that has a benchy on it, and then we'll put that in the helmet. Don't want that getting seized in there. I don't know, I think this filter works pretty good. It's not perfect, but it's good enough. Like, it's constant low noise in the background. So it's not like it's having to work to get rid of a lot of noise. There we go. Just, you know, the annoying background noise, essentially. Would satisfy the custom part. So I said the plan is we're going to fill in the dents. Or I'm going to fill in the dents. You guys aren't doing anything. I'm doing all the work. But I'm going to fill in the dents. I'm not going to use the blue color. Because this is the pre-Vizsla or armor, I think. I'm going to swap out some of the actual armor pieces with other armor pieces from other Mandalorian sets. I may swap one of these out to actually something different. Like put a flashlight on it or something. That would be kind of cool, I think. Different weapon. I'm going to customize it. I'm going to make it like a personal set. So. Yeah, I know Moses, Loyal Moses, he does all the helmets. Every time I check out his stream, it's just printed helmets. Yeah, there's all kinds of different, you basically need like a thin film, but it needs to be thick enough that it's not visible through, and tinted, but thin enough that you can cut it and actually fit it to the inside of the lens. James Miller, $2, cheers. Got the Kingery back online with an SKR 3v3, nice. I like the dents. The problem is, if I keep the dents, here's the thing, I'm not going to join the Mandalorian Mercs. I have no plans on it, but I guess if the armor, it has like dents and whatnot that are screen accurate, which this is, it's supposed to be made to look like the actual screen accurate thing. So because I'm going to be doing my own thing, I'm gonna fill in some of the dents at least. Yeah. Oh, apron. I could do it. I could incorporate an apron in it, just make it like a heavy armor thing. Ooh, can Mandalorians wear kilts? Okay, so the problem is that you just get... Because there's the character, the armorer has one. She has like a kilt thing. See, that's the helmet I got. So this is the armor I'm doing, basically. Yeah, the shoulder pads help out a lot, I think. Make it work. Make it work. But yeah, you can have a lot of fun with the armor. So the plan is to customize it, like not make it, it's not going to be screen accurate. It's going to be, do what I want to do. Steampunk Boba Fett. Oh, I've seen all the steampunk stuff. That stuff's cool. Family turn. I'm not Scottish, but I did do 6 years CF reserves, and my regiment did have a kilt as part of the dress uniform. Why are you making all kinds of funky noises? Okay, what else? McMando. It's McMando! From the Highlands of Tatooine. Okay, speaking of Star Wars, I haven't seen the final episode of Obi-Wan, but Disney, get the fuck off Tatooine. Just do it, okay? Whole galaxy. Get off the sand planet, okay? I hate sand. It's coarse. It gets everywhere. But just get off Tatooine. Do this now. Jesus. Whole galaxy with billions and trillions of denizens. Who are we going to talk about? Oh, that's just Luke Skywalker's cousin. Oh, go do other stuff. That's why KOTOR was so good. It didn't have anything to do with existing Star Wars. Like, MCU, I understand. MCU, I understand having characters from other, like, show up all the time. That makes sense. But Star Wars, you can do a whole universe of things, and you're just sticking with one family and their problems on a shitty sand planet. Get the frig off Tatooine. I don't know. I haven't watched the finale yet, so I'm going to actually watch that after the stream. So. Yeah, like, I like the shows, although the Boba Fett show had a little bit, you know, I didn't like some of the directing on the best part of the Boba Fett show with the Mandalorian stuff. Yeah, I don't know. Kind of like season 1. I gotta finish watching. I watched season 1 of The Expanse and then I stopped watching it. I gotta watch the rest of it. Oh, I probably peaked for the sound there. Rogue One. Are they... I heard they were making a Rogue One movie and then I haven't heard a thing since, so... But yeah, so people were asking if I was going to bring this to MRRF. I am not. I'm already bringing the printer and all my stuff and a few prints. I'm going to bring some prints. I'm going to bring... we're going to bring this guy. I'm going to bring this guy to MRRF to put on the Voron table. The 4-foot Sky Serpent or Cloud Serpent or whatever it is. This is coming to MRRF. A few other prints are coming to MRRF. But I'm not bringing this to MRRF. Just some stuff to decorate up the Voron booth, basically. Yeah, a lot of people like the Expanse. Yeah, I'll probably start watching. I just gotta sit down and actually do it. Oh, I still got support on here. Rogue One. Oh, Rogue One. What did I think of Rogue Squadron? Rogue One was really good. There we go. But I will say, I did a bunch of like just going through the internet looking at pictures of like printed Mandalorian outfits and whatnot. So many people just print and paint with no prep to the parts, and you're looking at the armor, and at first you're like, oh, that looks really cool, and then you zoom in and just layer lines, and you're like, ah. You need to keep a list of great shows for when you go to prison. Why would I go to prison? Watching Modbot melt his switch wire. Wait, what? Why is Modbot melting his switch wire? Modbot melting his... What do you mean he's melting his switch wire? Oh, his board burnt out? Oh, no! Oh no! He burnt out a... How did he kill a driver? How do you kill a driver? I have never killed a driver, ever. How do you kill a driver? How? I know no overlay. No overlays don't work on the member stream because I'm streaming to two sources. I'm streaming to Patreon and YouTube. Back EMF? Back EMF, it doesn't mean a thing. Back EMF is not... Printer's on. Back EMF is not anything. Okay? You would have to have an extremely bad board for a back EMF to actually damage it. Popped in to say hi, back to work. See you, Lat. I don't think he was running 48 volts. It's a switch wire. Stream within a stream. Streamception. Daniel from Modbot says hi. Hey! Sorry, I didn't realize you were going up live at that time. This is like the only time I could have gone live today, and I don't want to go live tomorrow because I got to pack all my stuff tomorrow. So I didn't want to go live tomorrow because everything's going to be packed up. And so I'm like, oh, 3 o'clock, yeah, my wife gets home from work at this time. Yeah, I can do this, and then I'll make dinner. And then it's like, as soon as I go live, somebody in the chat's like, oh, Modbot goes live at the same time. I'm like, shit. I try not to stream on top of other people. Kill driver by plugging a stepper in while printer was running. Oh, that'll do it. That is the only known way that I know that consistently kills drivers, is if you plug or unplug a driver or a stepper while all the board's powered up. Try tinning it. Try tinning it. That works. It actually worked for us, so. It's actually gonna be really cool. So apparently I'm supposed to get like some Bondo filler stuff and fill in all the gaps and everything before I actually go to sand it. I don't know. We'll figure something out. I don't know what colors to do. That's the only thing. Like, part of me wants to be realistic and be like, well, you'd print it like, you know, an OD green, or like a gray for Urban Warfare or something like that. But Star Wars is all bright colors, and like, why? Like, the inner person who actually has, like, you know, some experience in this regard, it's like, why would you paint your armor that color? That's stupid. But it's Star Wars, which is stupid. So I don't know what color to do. Should paint the whole armor in, like, cyberpunk neon pink and orange or something. Hot pink Polymaker Army Green. Well, I'm painting it, so the plastic doesn't matter. It's all going to get painted. Silver, blue, black. Man, I don't want to do silver. The problem is I don't want to do something that a million people have done. That's why I'm not doing Mando or Iron Man or anything like that, or Boba Fett, because everyone's done that. Although black is easy. You need to spray paint in black and you'll be good. I'll just spray the whole thing in bed liner. Be like, yeah, it's textured for extra armor. It's textured, and then it hides all the layer lines. Spray the whole thing in bed liner. Don't do black. I know. We'll figure something out. I know Boba Fett was gray and OD green. What causes poor layer adhesion? Try bumping up temps. I don't know. I've never had layer adhesion issues with TPU. I don't print a lot of it, though. Fuchsia. Ooh, fuchsia. Special edition issue 6 Mandalorian. Hammered Rust-Oleum. And by the way, these streams are fully open, so if you have any topic you want me to cover, let me know, and we'll dive into it. Oh yeah, I know this stuff. It gives you that, like, that finish. Yeah, I know that. I've used this before. Copper. Gold! Ooh. That'd be kind of cool. Red. The problem is, like, I had an old Mando helmet that I printed that I actually threw it out because I dropped it, it cracked in half. But I wish I had it now so that I could use it to test stuff, like test different paint finishes on. Chrome rainbow. Ooh. How do magnets work? I don't know. Someone needs to explain it to me. I don't know how magnets work. Could a Voron work with 3-point bed leveling on the gantry? So you're talking about like how on the V2s you got quad gantry where each corner? No, because the gantry on a V2 is a U shape because it doesn't have a front crossbar, right? So it's U shape. So you would have to have these 2 points at the tip would have to be supported as is, and then instead of having the back corner supported, you would have to have a support in the middle. So you'd have to redesign everything to have a support in the middle, and then you'd always risk it, like the corner drooping, basically. So. The Replitech ABS. I've used their PLA. I've got a few spools of their PLA. It's good stuff. I need to go visit the Replitech folks because they're literally like 10 minutes from my house, and go hit them up for some ABS because I'm gonna need a bunch soon. Try that stuff out. Rep rack question: can you store spools in a box on it? Well, I can't. Oh, maybe I can. If your spacing is enough, you can. Mine are a little close because I just have spools on mine. So when you mount it to the wall, just make sure you got enough of a space that you can fit a spool or a box in there and you're good. By the way, Black Peak. Ooh, that's gonna be fun. I'm gonna live stream that. We'll have to get Toasty Boy kitted up with some insulation. Rep rack. Oh, I already answered that. Yeah, if you're gonna do 3-point flying gantry, do a delta. And then be like, why did I build a delta? I could have built a core XY. If you want 3-point, the Trident does 3-point. I gotta start printing parts on the Trident for this. So let's load up a filament. And I'll unload you. This is why you do a 5mm retract on your ending G code. That way the filament is no longer in the hot end and you can just pull it out at any point. You don't need to heat up the nozzle. Okay, what do I got here? I'm trying to kill off a bunch of spools here of like... That's the Sunloose stuff that I don't trust. What is this? What is this? Polymaker PC ABS. That stuff warps a little too much. Is that ABS? No, it's PLA. The problem is I have all these colorful stuff, but I don't want to use the colorful stuff. I don't want to damage it. I don't want to risk it. Oh, you know what? You know what we're going to try? Where'd I put it? Where'd I put it? Where'd I put it? There you are. There you are. I wanted to try this stuff. Hips. Apparently this stuff works really good for props. So we're going to do some hips. Trident. The filament doesn't lie. Are you telling me these hips don't lie? So this is, I can't remember, filaments.ca, hips. Yeah, we'll give it a try. High impact polystyrene. Okay, so the problem with hips is so the good thing with hips is it's not as dense as some other plastics, okay? So what that means is because we buy filament by the weight, you actually get more on the spool than you would of some other plastics because it's not as dense. But the problem is the spool gets overfilled. All right. Okay, let's get that printer connected. Big Papa Joey P is online. Hey, there's me. Everyone wave. Hi. Okay, I don't think I've ever printed hip. It's been a while since I printed hips. Hips is pretty much just an ABS profile, if I'm not mistaken. Is that a Pay Money Wubby shirt? Yes, it is a Pay Money Wubby shirt. I've got a few of them. Where is the folder? Okay. You really need to try using the bamboo to print something in PLA with PETG supports, or the other way around. I'm gonna try that in a bit. This week is pretty much a write-off because I've been working on my car a bunch this week and getting ready for MRRF. When I get back, that's something I'm going to try. We might do that on the Tuesday stream, I think, actually. Well, I should probably actually see what it says on this. Nozzle 190 to 240, base plate 60 to 80. Okay. So let's try 80. So 80 on the bed. Okay, so I've got the shoulder pads printing. Trying to think of what parts. Biceps? Yeah, I think I need 2 of these. So let me... The problem is, like, the thing I didn't like... Well, I guess I can't really fault them. I wish it came with a CAD file of the entire armor so that you could see what you need to print. So I got the shoulders printing now, so I need these little under shoulder things, which I think are these. So that, okay. Yeah, and then biceps? Like, are these the same? Oh, no, I've already done the biceps. Biceps, elbow? How many elbows do I need? Do I need 2 elbows? Yeah, 2 elbows. How are we going to orientate this bitch? That way. And then supports. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. That works. Looks like it should be super interesting. Make sure to check tire wear pressure before the trip. Tires are good. I actually had the whole car like given a once over before. Alright, so now I need to paint on some supports. Should already be done. Yeah, okay. So print with a brim, 20% infill. Print is 0.2, yeah, sure. 3 walls, 4 top, 4 bottom, no alternate layer. Infill is cubic. Yep, that's good. Filament settings. Filament. So we're doing. I'm gonna do 80 right through the print, and then 240, and then 230. We'll try. Cooling. Do we have any cooling? Very low part cooling. Layer time goal 20 seconds. Okay, slice. There we go. Okay, if you're starting 3D print projects, a good one might be the Atomic Dragon by 3D Toy Maker, looking to build that up. Let me take a look at that. Well, the thing is, like, in case you haven't noticed, we do a lot of just building printers on this channel and fiddling with printers. I want to do some other stuff. So, ooh. Oh, yeah, this guy. Yeah. The problem is, I don't have room for that kind of stuff. Like, I'm building a whole Mandalorian armor set. I have no idea where the hell I'm going to put this to begin with. But, like, yeah. Hot end to 390 to 440C, bed 160. Okay. Should build some hedamames. I should. Like, I've only got like the 2 pairs of them already. Like, I've only got 2 pairs of hedamames already, including my daily drivers. Hang it from the ceiling. Hey, DeWitt. I should probably get like a oh, whatchamacallit, a mannequin for this. Oh, let me actually support enforcers only. There we go. Well, I don't need a 3. I have a scanner, by the way. I just don't. I suck at using it. But I've already got a me. I've already got a mini me model that Chelsea did. So I could scale this up to full size if I really wanted to. Did the glue stick help? Honestly, my go-to for like 90% of my bed surfaces is textured PI, a light layer of glue stick, call it a day. It works for pretty much everything. Like, that's what these 2 machines are using. That's what this guy has. Actually, I should probably redo that surface. It's been a while. I need a replacement beard. Yeah, the problem is she asked, gave her some pics a while ago. So she could use as a reference. And that model took a while to do because she just was busy with other things. So by the time she finished it, I had grown a full beard. Honestly, I used to be all glue stick, but glue stick on PI just works, especially textured. Stuff just bites in and it works. Trying it tonight. Okay. Maybe Chelsea can grow the beard. Well, it should be just stretch and pull, right? Has a full-size body print, and he puts his SCA armor. SCA, what's SCA? Is tech... Honestly, both work pretty well. I used to use smooth all the time. I've recently switched to using textured. They both work. They both work. You use whatever you prefer. Here's the thing. It's very situational. My machine is not your machine. My filament is not your filament. My setup is not your setup. My humidity level is not your humidity level. My ambient room temperature is not your ambient room temperature. There are so many variables that could minutely affect how a printer prints. Try it. If it works for you, just stick with it. Like, yeah. Society for Creative Anachronism. Historical Recreation. Oh, so like armor and whatnot. Like armor. Okay, cool. Okay. There we go. Got that. That seems to be relatively supported. Hopefully it doesn't fall over. What? Why'd you go over there? Okay, export cheat code. Upload and print. Full contact armor. Ooh, I watched a video of that the other day. Do I have a preferred TPU machine? Whatever commercial machine I'm testing at the moment that I need to check TPU on to make sure it actually works. To be honest, I have 2 rolls of TPU. They're the only 2 rolls of TPU I've ever bought, and I haven't had to replace them. I don't do TPU printing. I just don't. It's not something I normally use. So I do a TPU print on a printer when I'm reviewing it, and that's about it. 1 kilogram or 500 G of what? I find glue stick works better on textured, but textured I like because you don't have to be as precise with your first layer, because you got a little bit of room to, like, if you goof it a bit. Whatever works. Probably like 500. I don't think we're going to be using a full kilogram of peak. We're going to be lucky if we can get one print off of it. Do you want any TPU? I won't say no, but sure. Do you want me to try some out? Can I use my Prusa build surface on a Voron? Yes. Just be careful, because the Prusa build surface isn't the same size. You won't be able to fully use all of the build surface, or unless you're building a switch wire. Switch wire uses the same bed. But if you want to put like a Prusa Mark III bed or flex plate on a Voron, like V2, you can. It's just you might not have full coverage of the print volume. Steve made a mod for it. There you go. Printing TPU 95. The TPU I have is some random Amazon brand, and then I have some from Sparta 3D. I don't know what, like, softness level they are. They're flexible. That's all I know. I printed a tire out of it once. My kid plays with it. What are we at right now? 4 o'clock? Okay. I think we'll go to about 4:30. So, this is kind of like speaking to the choir, because you guys are all kind of already here and you're already members and Patreon supporters. But the Discord is live. If you're not a member of the Discord, link in the description, click that, become a member of the Discord, and make sure you link your account. So I have in the general channel, it's pinned how to do it. There's 2 guides, how to do it if you're a YouTube member, how to do it if you're a Patreon supporter. On the YouTube guide, scroll down a bit. A lot of people can't seem to scroll down, because the first section is how to set it up as if you're the creator, that would be me, and how to set it up if you're the viewer, which is you. So scroll down on the YouTube section. So link your account. There's a separate channel, the Only Benchies Yacht Club. That is just going to be for supporters of the channel and the mod team. And I will I'm going to put a voice channel in there soon. I don't want a public voice channel on the Discord yet, but so that is set up now. And if you're trying to get a hold of me right now, I can't see because ooh, that's it. Okay, Legend Chamois. Ooh. So Legend Chamois is saying I should use this pistol with my armor set. Yeah. By the way, I love how you can tell Star Wars stuff is all like old Civil War shit, because this is a break top revolver. You could see you got the cylinder, you got the little pivot point for the break for the ramrod or whatever. It's a black powder revolver modded. Like the angle of the grip, like it's like all Star Wars stuff is like World War II shit. Like all the Empire stuff is like Sten guns and Lewis guns and stuff like that with add-ons on. Yep. Where'd you go? Stream. There you go. There you guys are. Looks like Han Solo. Well, the thing is, I want a rifle with it. Because honestly, let's be honest. If you're a Mandalorian, you're gonna have a rifle. Like, as cool as it is to walk around with pistols, you don't see actual, like, people fighting wars with pistols. You know, it's Star Wars, and I know it doesn't make sense. Stormtroopers don't use the shoulder stocks on their rifles, but then again, they can't hit anything. I'm pretty sure I'm being over-conservative with the support on this, but I'd rather use a little bit more support than I need. And if it works, it's better than the part failing 3 hours in, or most 75% in. Look at the memes. What, you guys are making memes during the stream? See, I give you guys an outlet. I give you guys an outlet to be creative, and this is the stuff you guys do. Also, them pixels. I can count the pixels. Can I print Carbon X Peak CF10? Maybe. I don't know. I can do 300C on the hot end. I can go hotter if I swap the nozzle. 110 on the bed, and however hot the chamber gets. After carrying a large sword, rifle, short weapons are easier to sit down at convention. That makes sense. Like, I don't know. I don't plan on going to any conventions with this. This is like, I think my town has a Comic-Con once a year, but that was pre-COVID. I don't know if they're still going to go back to doing it. This is just something to do for fun. I'm not going to go to Comic-Con. I don't live anywhere near it. I'm not flying with a full set of armor. But I counted 3,256 pixels. Like, just because I want to do a rifle with it doesn't mean I can do a rifle for pictures and then also do a pistol for actually bringing to shows. You do both. Rifle is great for parades. When I was in the reserves, I was a grenadier, so I was used to carrying around a C6, or correction, a C7 with an M203 on it all day, every day, all for like, for days. So, a little plastic ain't gonna hurt me. Lighter than a C9, put it that way. How hard is CF nylon to print? Not hard. You know, this is CF nylon. The bamboo prints it no problem. Basically, to print anything, CF nylon. A good bed, PI, for example, a hardened nozzle, and an enclosed, or hardened nozzle with an all-metal hot end and an enclosed printer. That's all you need. That's all you need. Like, go watch on my channel my build series, how to print ABS. I use the crappiest printer I have in a cardboard box, and it prints ABS beautifully. Try carrying a Lee Enfield all day. I got a moist nugget in the other room. YouTube might not like it if I pull that out on camera, though. Oh, and dry your filament. Holy hell, dry your filament. Okay, so just to give you an example, okay, why you dry your filament. So, overhead cam, go. So this was printed, ignore the fact that I dropped it and broke one of the horns off, okay? So this was printed directly out of the bag. So this is the CF nylon that came with the bamboo carbon. This was directly out of the bag. I took it out and we printed it. Then, I finished the stream. I left the printer overnight. The next morning, I started another print. The filament had been sitting on the back of the machine, and you can already see, you got the fuzzies. The fuzzies from the filament starting to suck up moisture already, okay? I know it's hard to see because it's black filament, but you can see it really bad on the boot there. Focus. Yeah, the fuzzies. So within less than a day, it sucked up enough moisture to degrade the print quality. And just for comparison, it is 35% humidity in my room right now. So, how are you drying it? I've got what we got in here? We got some more bamboo basic PLA. This. A Sultan Pro Vita Pro. You can buy these. I bought this at Crappy Tire. It was on sale for like 30 bucks. All I did was cut the rings, or cut the grates out. And a, my frame rate going to crap? No. Spool filament fits in it just fine. You put the lid on. I think you could turn it up to 70 Celsius. Bada bing, bada boom, done. I've seen these at like Value Village or Goodwill as well. Buy a used one if you can, because you're going to destroy it to turn it into a filament dryer. They're cheap, they work. ASAs are hygroscopic. All plastics are pretty much hygroscopic to a degree. Now, for example, in my room, it sits anywhere from 30 to 40% humidity. I've never seen above 40, and I get down near 30 in the winter. I leave ABSs out all day. All day. I've had filament on this wall here for years. That's still print fine. Go back and watch the stream where I built the hedemames, okay? For the hedemames, all the blue on the hedemames that we built on the stream was this spool of PETG. This is MG Chemicals PETG. It's blue. I bought this spool when I built my Voron V1.5, and I printed the parts for my Voron V1.5 out of this spool of PETG. I had two. This is what's left of the second spool. On my Monoprice Select Mini 5 years ago. And this sat out in this room for 5 years. And then I threw it in the Prusa and printed parts just fine. So, your money may vary. And this is PETG. So I figured if PETG is fine after 5 years of sitting out, the ABS is fine too. Now, I have, keep it down here. I do have airlock bags that I vacuum the air out for my nylons and whatnot. That stuff I do dry. And do seal up with like silica bags and whatnot. But PLAs, ABSs, I don't bother. If you don't live on the ocean and your house has central air climate control, you're usually fine. Oh, by the way, how's the print coming? It's okay. I have too many spools of filament. So currently, go mobile. That's all PLA. The top of that is PLA. That's all ABS. I've got some on the floor over there. I've got that stack right there. I've got some on the floor over here. I've got some up in the rep box. I've got 4 in there, and all the machines have a spool. Plus some under the floor there. The problem is, it's all colored stuff, and I don't want to use the colored stuff for the Mandalorian armor, because it's all going to get painted. So I don't want to use like all the cool colors that people have sent me and that I've bought. Major Gamer Geek. Yes, there is a chat you're not in. All the Patreon supporters are on one stream. The YouTube members are on a different stream. I can't cross the streams, unfortunately, because then the YouTubers don't get notifications. Commercial dehydrator, 80C for a few hours. I dried nylon at like 60 or 70C for a couple hours. 80 might be a little too high. I don't know. I think you can find a guide online on what temperatures you should use. What is that now? Possibly Polymaker ASA for the armor part. Hey, I've got I've got one spool of it going. I've got more Polymaker ASA, but again, it's colors, and I don't want to waste colored filament on something that's going to get painted. So I want to use like grays and blacks. Technically black. The lighter the color, the more additive you need to color it, or the lighter the filament, the more additive you need, or actually it depends on the additive too, because like white is the worst color for an additive because it's titanium dioxide, and basically it doesn't make the layer adhesion as good. It's not as bad as it used to be, but basically, like, black filament is usually your strongest color of filament, of the additive. It interferes the least. That's why most car parts are black, and then they paint them. By the way, I'm keeping a poop bucket of all the stuff from the this is just 2 prints worth of poop. So much waste. That is what it is. New to nylon. I've heard Polymide PA6 isn't good for Voron part. The problem with nylon is it is technically susceptible to creep. I've used PA12 nylon without issue. Nylon, personally, I'd go polycarbonate over nylon, because the problem is it's not that the parts break. The problem you have is, yeah. So this is PA12 nylon. So these parts are strong. Okay, These parts are strong. The problem is with some types of nylon, you put the screw in and you tighten the screw. You tighten it and then you come back a month later and the screw is loose because it suffers from creep issues. PLA and PETG are other plastics that suffer from it. That's why we don't recommend PETG. Once you enclose it, it creeps like mad. Natural ASA is great. Natural ASA is great. I've got Toasty Boy is all natural. All the white is natural ASA. Technically, natural would be the least, or be the strongest, because you have no colorant in it. But then it's natural. It's that off-white color that a lot of people don't like. Only from the bamboo? Yeah. Well, anytime it does a filament change, it purges. I may need to get one of those coupons. Get some of the... You guys, I think Polymaker does the big spools. Get a few of those. After using my friend's fiber laser for your wallet last night. I watched the video. I seen the video you posted of the fiber laser. Not gonna lie, I kind of want to get one now. That just looks cool, and it's quick. It's quick. You set up an Etsy store and just rake in the dough. Don't do transparent ASA or ABS. No, it's weak. Transparent. ABS isn't transparent. If natural ABS is not transparent, what are they doing to it to make it transparent? Think of that. USA only, though? Oh, well, where's the fun in that? Yankee Doodle Land only? What country is this? I thought this was America. What do you think about rainbow? Rainbow should be fine. Because you're just adding different color. It'd be as strong as each individual color, which should be fine. It's colorant. So, for those that don't know, ABS, usually the resin for ABS, the pellet, is natural. And then you add a colorant to it. Shoot, let me find it here. Because I wish this video did better. But I should go visit him again. Location. I have one video in the On Location channel playlist. Hey, look, it's me without the massive beard. Okay, so this is at Replitech, which is a local manufacturer of filament. And let's see here. So this is their... Okay, so you see it here. So this is the colorant. So these are what you add to the filament to get your color. So those are master batch colors. Do I have it on my server? Import. Sort by date modified. No, shoot. Oh, wait, maybe. Replitech tool. I do have it. Okay, let me go through the B-roll here. Okay. So when you buy the filament, okay, this is what your filament looks like. So when a company's buying filament or making plastic, okay, what they're doing, they're not making this from scratch. Okay, this is Replitech. This is what we're watching. They're not making this from scratch. Okay, so what they do is they buy the resin. We call it the resin. So this is what they buy. So this is PLA. This is Ingeo brand, I think. PLA. It's in those containers. Yeah, they're in the big Gaylords of plastic. You open it up and you see all the plastic in there. And then what you do is you add a colorant to it. So these are the colorants. So these are basically, you could think of it as a dye, okay? But it's also plastic. It's a master batch plastic. So it's plastic made that's very dense in colorant. And then what you do is you mix it. So this is what you add to filament to make it silk, by the way. So this is the additive that you add to the filament to make it silk, which is basically, it's the same stuff that makes flexible filament flexible. Let's see here. It opens it up. I'm trying to find, I think I had a clip of it being loaded. No, this is coming out. So basically, you add a ratio. You add the resin, so X amount resin to X amount colorant, and then if you want to make it silk, you add X amount of that additive, and then it mixes it all up and it melts it in the barrel, because as it goes through the barrel, it mixes it and compresses it and melts it and turns it into melted plastic, and then it comes out and gets extruded into filament. So. Selling color changes for manufacturers, very popular way of getting cheap filament. Yeah, because you have to purge out the old color. So if they have like a mixture, like it's usually like sold as like an off color, or it's basically like the purge, because you have to purge out the barrel. You're not going to throw out all the filament. It's good. So when you don't purge out you can't empty the barrel. You basically have to start running the new stuff through until the old stuff is out. So during that transition period, you can buy, a lot of manufacturers will sell that off filament, which is perfectly fine. It's just, usually it's a transition color. Yeah, to make it white, it's titanium dioxide. And yeah, the colorant is plastic, but it also has a high amount of like a powder to it, or a dye, whatever dye is, it's added to it. So you're not actually adding the colorant, you're not adding the dye to your resin, you're adding plastic that is already heavily dyed, over dyed, and then it mixes into your existing resin to give it the final color. I was gonna say Gaylord. It is a Gaylord. A Gaylord is the proper name. But yeah, this is a local company, so I kind of want to go back and take a look what they're doing, because now they're making MG94 ABS now. So yeah, that was a fun video. I wish that video did better than it did, but I understand why it didn't. It wasn't exciting. It was just kind of they used to sell it. The problem is, a lot of the times it's more of a logistics issue, because now you have to collect it all instead of just purging it to the ground. So you got to run it at slower speeds. Sometimes it's not worth it. It's more worth it to just purge it and then just go to the next color, and it's easier. The mystery colors are probably that. That's probably what it is, just the purge. How's co-extrusion? Co-extrusion, you ever get toothpaste that has the different colors of toothpaste in it? You know, you get like the white, the red, and the blue. It's basically the same thing. So you have two different feeds, and then they just come through a nozzle that splits it. Like you have two different feeds that come through the nozzle. So you got, you know, the one color and the one color, and they come through, I think, separate screws, and then the die that actually extrudes it mixes them at the last second. Want to see the industry switch by filament? That would be cool. Like that's one of the reasons I like the Replitech, is they sell it by the meter. Okay, this is jamming up on me. One second here. There we go. There we go. Yeah, if they sold it by the meter, that would be cool. Because it's different densities, right? Like a kilogram of hips, you're going to get more plastic out. You can print more bench sheets with a kilogram of hips than a kilogram of like copper-filled PLA. I'm running out. Where'd I put it? I gotta go hunting for it. Do you use a spacer for the switch wire spool holder on the Trident? Yes, I used a little spacer just so it would sit flat on top. Yeah, you gotta be careful twisting the filament. Yeah, whenever you feed filament, make sure you feed it in clockwise. If you feed filament in counterclockwise, it'll twist your nozzle as it comes through and it'll unscrew your nozzle. You gotta be careful with that. Depleted uranium filament. How much does the spool add to the cost? It depends on the spool. You're seeing a lot of people move to paper spools. Like this is some Canadian Filaments PLA, and their spool is all cardboard. Okay, cardboard spools I'm fine with for when you feed them like this. If you have your spool holders like this, but spool holders that like roll, like the AMS, have issues with cardboard. I'm personally a fan of the. Where the frick is it? Is this one? No? Where did I... How did I lose a spool of filament? Oh, here it is. Yeah. So, like, these spools from the Bamboo Lab, these are plastic spools, but they're reusable. You can easily take the filament off of it. And then they sell... Well, I'm assuming you could buy refills. So these spools I actually like. They're a nice spool. They feel solid. You can reuse them if you want. I like that idea of selling quality spools that you can reuse and then master spools. I would personally move to a model, if I was in charge of everything, a model where you have high quality reusable spools that just work and you don't have to worry about damaging them or anything, and then master spools. And then you would just swap it. The problem is, if you're like me, where you have an entire shelf of partially used spools, it doesn't work in that way. If I was running a print farm, where all I did was just print all day, every day, one, I would use 5 kilogram spools. I'd buy the big chunk of spools. But if I had to use little spools, this setup would be better, because then when you finish the spool, you unlock it, take the remainder of the filament out, slap it in, good, and you know it's going to feed right. Cardboard spools have feed issues on some feed systems. Depends on the printer. So, what about the spoolless system? I don't trust filament to not be spooled up properly. I've had enough issues with filament coming tangled. The fiberology. I don't think I've ever used fiberology. What I wish I saved some. I threw out a whole bunch of them a while ago when I was cleaning out. The eSun ABS spools, because it's just 2 bolts that hold them together, and they make good master spools with the spacer. What about master spools? And I've never had an issue with the master spool tangling. But he's saying something that doesn't use spools at all to hold the filament. I'm like, Did I see the cardboard master spools on 3D Printing Nerd today? No, I did not. The problem is cardboard. Cardboard is a consumable. Why making a master spool out of cardboard is just, I don't know. Like this spool right here. I tried feeding this spool in the this spool right here. This spool looks just fine. I tried this in the AMS and wouldn't work because the spool is like, where is it? Yeah, it's like crunched over here, and it was jamming up. This right here caused it to fail to feed in the AMS. So different brands have, yeah, there's no standard. That's right. There's no industry standard yet for master spools. Like even these ones. Box down. Yeah, these are the master spools for the Bamboo Lab printer. There we go. So this is their master spool, which looks fine and dandy. It's got a little cardboard center, but the cardboard center has a little notch in it, so it indexes with their spool. So is that a standard? Will this work in other stuff? I don't know. But I've got 8 spools of this neon green PLA that I need to do with something with. So you're going to see a lot of neon green prints in review videos in the next little while. What is this? Oh, PC ABS. All the neon green. I really like Prusament. Prusament, like, the Prusament spools I like. They're very lightweight. Where is it? There it is. Yeah. So the Prusament spools are very nice. They're very lightweight. They got the hexagon, because this is injection molded, right? So you can easily have any pattern. Lightweight. You got your basic info on it. Cardboard center. I really like this spool design. It would be nice if you could use them as a master spool, where you can like unlock them and use them as a master spool. That would be nice. But as it is as a consumable spool, these are actually really nice. And then obviously the Replitech ones are pretty much the exact same thing, only bigger. Less dense hex, and same thing, cardboard in the middle. If it ain't broke, if it works, it works. Hexagon is bestagon, remember that. Print the biggest Baby Yoda. Use it for the armor part. No, it's PLA, man. If I'm going through all the trouble to make a whole set of Mandalorian armor, right? Oop, I got my glasses on. I'm not going to go, hey guys, look at my Mandalorian armor. Oh wait, it's a slightly sunny day out. It melted on me. Yeah, no. Nah, dog. That ain't going to fly with me. That ain't gonna fly with me. So, yeah, I'm going. Yeah, we're probably gonna end the stream soon. Starting to get a little. It's been a long day for me. Been busy. Only Mandos. Okay, so we're gonna call it there. I will see you guys hopefully at MRRF. If you're coming to MRRF's, come say hi. I'll be wandering around. I'll probably be at the Voron booth bunch. If you are going, remember, it is Friday, Saturday, Sunday, although Friday is mostly the setup day. So if you're going to try and, like, go out of your way to find me, try and find me on, like, the Saturday. That would probably be your best bet. What spools have had major issues? Any spool that's too big. The Jessie PLA plastic spools I have, the older ones don't fit well. The Replitech spools don't fit at all. They're too fat. And cardboard spools are hit and miss. So. Got a printer in a box for you. Ooh. Okay then. Well, if you need the PO box, it's in the description. If it needs to be shipped other than mail, let me know. DM me. We'll figure something out. It is a surprise. Ooh, okay then. So I like surprises. Anyways, I'm gonna go make some dinner now, and watch Mandalorian, or not Mandalorian, watch Obi-Wan. So yeah, I will see you guys at MRRF. Hopefully I'll be able to stream from MRRF. I think I will be able to. A few people have reached out to me about Wi-Fi and whatnot, so we should be good. I don't know if I'm hoping to be mobile streaming at MRRF. If not, I'll just find somewhere to set up, and we'll just stand still and chat. But yeah, I will be back on Tuesday, and we'll figure something out to do that, and then we'll move on from there. So yeah. Hope you enjoyed the stream. This was the members only stream. Thank you for supporting the channel. I would not be able to do the things I do, create the content I create, and do any of this without your guys' support. You're all awesome. So everyone, high five. High five. Oh, yeah, I can't do high five. That's Joel's thing. Fist bump. No, wait, no, that's PewDiePie's thing. Bye.